Oh my God. How's everybody doing? Oh God, this is such a perfect loud. Today we're going to talk about why the hell you need a 90-day plan, my friends, because you will not end up like me being constantly behind and not getting the shit done that you need to get done. I am super frustrated with myself today, and I'm going to share that with you guys. You guys know most days I'm like, woohoo! Today I am pissed off with myself. Hey, how's it going? And why is because I am not getting shit done. And that's what it is. Going to be my rant today. And I'm so glad I'm going to check in here. I've got this new screen here, so I'm trying to get used to it, but I need a bigger desk, so I can't really look at both of them without severely turning my head. So sorry, guys, but I want to keep checked in with everyone. So for me, this big thing is, holy crap, I am so frustrated because, again, every week I've been saying, you know what? This is the week. Oh man, I'm going to set my 4-week plan. I'm going to have my plan ready. I'm going to know what my live is. They're going to be scheduled. And things were going really good for a while. But then all of a sudden, hey, Amy, all of a sudden they're not good. And this affects Amy too. Sorry, Amy, because Amy helps me do the posting and getting ready for our Thursdays. And man, I'm not ready again. And I figured it out this morning. And I know what's coming. But instead of actually taking the time to put it down on paper, like most of us, I kind of stumble through it and go, oh, yeah, I know I want to get that shit done. But then do I really get it done? No, hell no. I do not get that shit done, my friends. And part of it is because I'm literally just living day to day. And so many of us say that's what we're doing, is living day to day. How can I plan ahead? Oh my gosh, you never know what's going to happen with COVID. I don't know about my job tomorrow. And I totally get that. But I'm here on a rant again. Last week was a rant. This week I'm on a rant. It's time to get our shit together, people. Me, number one, because I'm supposed to be somewhat have my shit together because I'm trying to tell you guys to get your shit together. Well, fuck, if I don't have my shit together, what am I supposed to do? I am just bullshitting my ass off to everybody out there. So that's it. I'm saying it out loud. I'm declaring my intention. Today is confession day for Zandra in this group because I'm telling you, I tell everyone to plan and I do my best to keep myself organized, but I really don't. That's bullshit. I try my best. That's such a lame ass story. The fact is, I really don't. You either do or you don't. And I don't. I have just totally realized I have a 5-day workshop next week and I haven't totally I know what the ideas are, but I really wanted to change my ideas. And now I'm like, oh my God, do I have time? And then I go, oh my God, I'm so overworked. I'm going to have no weekend. Well, it's Thursday. I had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to work on this stuff and I'm not. Thank God there's today and tomorrow. But that sucks, man. I want to start working towards maybe one day having a 3-day weekend, or at least just being able to do what I want to do on Friday and Saturday and Sunday instead of having to work because I had poor planning previously. Does that resonate for anybody? Can you give me a hell yeah if you hear me? Because holy shit, I am just so sick and tired of not getting shit done. And so that's what I want to talk to you about is the importance. And I don't know if anybody, I can't remember if I mentioned it. I got this like 90-day push journal that I'm doing. And I've had other 90-day plans and I've heard about it. But today I woke up and went, oh my God, what the frig is wrong with me? I'm just setting up things that I should have had set up days ago at the very least. But here I am stressing about it and not being able to show up in the way that I want. And then second guessing myself, feeling anxious, right? Oh my God, is this going to be good enough? Are people going to like it? Can I do it? Am I going to be able to squeeze everything in one day? Well, maybe not. I don't know. That's the problem though. When you don't live with a plan, when you just live by the seat of your pants and hope that things are going to work out, well, then you are at the whim of somebody else's agenda, and if they're there to be able to help you. So just checking in here. So yeah, I'm pissed off at myself today, and I'm declaring it out loud because I want to set that intention for myself, but I also want accountability. So this week I've been doing some planning with people, but I'm talking about it, but I really need to, that's my commitment today, is to put my pen to paper and stop waiting for it just magically to happen. And so that's the first step of it, is I've got to get a 90-day plan together. So as we venture forward next month, we're going to be planning for you a 90-day planning session. And you may go, yeah, that's nice. And it's going to be part of our bigger program that we're launching. But we're going to be having a 1 hour, 60-minute to 90-minute group planning session. And we'll be posting about that as the month goes on. But really, it's about setting a 90-day plan for ourselves, setting one major goal and then 2 other supporting goals or smaller goals, right? That you want anyways. Like, you want to save $10,000 for a down payment on your house. Not that you could do that in 3 months, or maybe you could, right? What are you setting your mind to? What? Right? I don't want to give you impossibilities. If you don't set it down and write it down, it's never going to happen. But then what are the other habits you need to do that? Well, I eat out a lot. So if I want to save the money, I'm going to have to start making my own food, which is really going to help support my health and wellness goal. So it's important to figure out what it is that you want. You know that I talk a lot about that life goal, that big long term. Where do you want to be at the end of your life? But you know what? Not everyone can do that because honestly, that's a long time away. So yes, I want you to have your big, fat, hairy lifetime goal, but I want you to start thinking of it in increments of 90 days. What am I going to do in the next 90 days? What am I going to do? And then what am I going to do in the next 30 days, the next week, the next day, the next hour, the next minute? Seriously, that's what it is. You want to know the high achievers? They're not just going by the whim and the seat of their pants. That's my problem. I think I've been just thinking these guys are lucky. You know how I feel about that. There is no luck, my friends. There is being in the right place at the right time. But if you are not even close, if you're not doing the things that you need to do to get yourself in the right place, then there's never going to be a right time for you to be successful, get healthy, reach your goals. It's time for you to decide right now, like me, and declare it. I'm ready to do this. Because for me, being disorganized isn't just about, oh, I feel bad and I didn't get enough and I'm anxious and I'm stressed. It costs me money because I'm paying people to help me do things. I have a schedule. And if we're all not doing, if it's just not me, then the team isn't doing. And that's costing me money, right? And it's not always about that, but do you see the supporting goal? My goal is to feel good about what I do, to be organized, to be on time. But also a secondary goal is to be financially solvent, right? To be reaching towards. So thank you, everybody who's been pushing me and keeping me accountable to these things. And I've got to do the work now. So that's my commitment. And we're going to be talking about it all month because I have some big goals for the rest of this year. Big, huge goals, like huge, financially, physically, personally, spiritually, professionally, and for all of you. So stay tuned this month because I am tired of waiting for COVID to end. I'm just going to go forth and start living my life and planning it the way I want it to be. So, and why am I all of a sudden realizing this? And it comes back down to motivation. I lost my motivation and I forgot what kind of a person I am. So you've heard me talk about the color code, and we'll be talking about it more in the weeks to come, because that to me is when you know what makes you tick, that's when you're able to create the systems and strategies for yourself that allow you to be able to live your life at the highest level for you, whatever that is, right? Not everybody's level is the same. For me, I want to go freaking super nuclear, right? I want to be just like gigantor and for myself, because what else am I going to do? Why? Because my motivation is fun. It's to entertain people. And we'll be doing a color code assessment workshop coming up at the beginning of June. But really, that's what it is. I told you guys, I've told you before, I went blind 10 years ago. Why? Because I was not living in alignment with my goals, with my motivation, with who I was as a human being, what drove me. And man, it almost killed me. It almost sucked the life out of me, almost permanently blinded me in one eye. Thankfully, I was able to get that shit show back on track and started to do the things I needed to do. Where did I start? It's funny. It was the color code. So you want to start creating big things in your life. That's what I had to do. I had to change. I couldn't just keep doing the same thing and expect the same result. And I had to do it really quick. I didn't even have 90 days. I had 6 weeks. And that's what the doctor said. That's what generally the time frame is for this type of optic neuritis. It'll 6 weeks. And it's amazing, to the day that she mentioned 6 weeks, to the day it was, my vision started to come back. There was a ring of vision I woke up to. So I didn't even have 90 days to change my life. So I tell you, I saved my own vision. I know that it wasn't just luck. People say, oh, you're lucky. No, it wasn't. And it wasn't bad luck that I got sick. It was my own lack of not knowing myself, knowing what makes me tick, doing what feeds my soul, not because I'm selfish or self-centered, because I need it for my well-being and my healthiness. You need this for your well-being and healthiness. So what changed it? Not living with a plan. I didn't have a plan. It was just whatever. I woke up and did whatever everyone else told me to do. And if that meant me, that's why my kids, when they were young, I got nannies. I had my parents moved in with me to babysit. Why? Because I wanted to work. I'm a work fanatic. I loved it. But a lot of times work equals love for me. So I started getting all that stuff mixed up. So that's why I started I'm going to live to make everyone else happy. I'm not going to prioritize myself, because really I'm doing pretty good still. I got a good job. I'm feeling pretty happy generally. What can I complain about? Until I went blind. And there were signs leading up to it. You all have your signs. You know what burnout is. I don't have to, lay it out for you. Sadness, depression, anxiety, feeling trapped. That's my feeling right now. I was just saying that to my other Amy, my two friends, both named Amy. They're awesome. I have lots of Amy's in my life right now. I just have a new Amy in my life that I met. So cool. But I'm feeling trapped right now. I feel like claustrophobic, and I keep chalking it up to, I need to travel. I need to go somewhere. No, it's because I'm tired of all my obligations. I'm tired of oh God, why? Well, that's my bad. I booked myself up. I've just been work, more work without making those breaks. Why? Because my plan is out of balance. I don't know myself, which is what really happened before I went blind. So what was that first step? Was the color code. A friend of mine said, Dan, I hate these types of things. These personalities tests are so touchy-feely. I was like, oh, well, let me try it. I love these things. Holy shit, you guys. If I can say what my medicine was, that was my true medicine, was taking that assessment. Why? Because it was my first real step of my growing my emotional intelligence and taking control of how I feel, not being triggered, not being just, oh, I'm anxious, I'm stressed, I'm depressed, I'm upset. Even I had a situation the other day and I really let it, and it was so petty and small. It was just had a misunderstanding with somebody and I let it fester. And I'm telling it to you guys because I laugh. I'm like, oh my God, I barely even know this person and who cares, right? Like move on with it. But because I was feeling out of balance, it was like, this is a huge deal. George is angry. Sorry, a little bit of a Friends flashback there. But you know what I mean? I was just a little bit off track. And I was like, oh, and I got really triggered by it. Oh my God, I'm sorry. If you can't control your emotions, that is the lowest form of emotional intelligence. You are like a baby then, because that's what we tell baby. Oh, they're just a baby. They don't know how to control their emotions. They lash out. They cry. They are happy. Well, and I'm not saying to jam that down, but if you're saying like I am, like, I'm just frustrated, I'm feeling suffocated, I'm feeling this. Yes, I can feel that way. But I am also in charge of my own emotions to say, you know what? I know what I need. I need more fun in my life. And that's what the color code is. There's 4 different motivations. There's red, which is moving things A to B, right? That's what it is. It's about power. That's what we call power. They're the visionaries, they're leaders. And that's how I lived my life. But it was a lot too about, I don't need fun. That's how red can be. Whatever, as long if it's what I want to do, then I'll do it, but I don't need it. Where a yellow, my core motivation is fun. And it's about enthusiasm and optimism. It's about really, yellows love to be the center of attention. They love to be on stage. So I didn't feed that. I let other people be on stage. I was just, I'm going to serve. I just want to help other people get what they want. But then, and thought that I was going to get my needs fulfilled. And it didn't happen. I went blind. That's why I went blind in a nutshell. And that's nobody else's fault. That's my fault for not prioritizing me. And then the other two colors are blue, which is about intimacy and relationships. They want to, that person who's like, oh, geez, and they get hurt feelings because you forgot their birthday. And you're like, oh, well, what's the big deal? I forget my mom's birthday all the time and she doesn't care. Well, your mom's probably not a blue and this person is. And so we'll learn more about that as time goes on, right? Over the next weeks, I'm going to be talking a lot more about the color code because this really is going to form the basis of my planning. I've got to get back to what my motivation is. The final one is white, which is about peace. Whites basically want internal and external peace. They want to feel good. They want other people to feel good. They're generally the watcher and the person who you go, well, what do you think? And they go, whatever you want. That'd be a white, unless they have a super strong red. But even then, most whites will show up with their being diplomatic, seeing both sides of the story. That's how white gets peace. They don't pick a side. They just are peacemakers. And if you're a person, you go, okay, and you can be blends of these colors. For me, I'm a yellow blue. I want to be on stage. I want to entertain. I really don't want to get bogged down into the negative emotion of things, as you guys know that part of me. But then the blue in me feels guilty and goes, oh my God, did I serve enough? I didn't mean to be so flippant. I'm sorry. So every time that I apologize to you guys for every wrong thing that I've said, or if I say it the wrong way, that's the blue in me, I always say. The yellow in me is this one that's freaking out of control and swearing her head off like a drunken sailor, not giving a shit what anybody thinks. That's the yellow in me. And why? Some people, it's not for everybody, but I've also known myself well enough. That's what made me sick, because I wasn't showing up my true self. I was being the behind the scenes person, getting the coffee, putting my needs second my whole life so that I could make sure that everybody else got what they needed. And it made me very sick. All right. And that's what I say. There's a 20% chance it's multiple sclerosis. So, and that's just a symptom. One of the symptoms is this neuritis, where it attacks the nerve endings in your body. But the fact is, I choose to believe that it's not. And I haven't had any real other things that I can say. There's always, and that's it. I've got numb fingers and toes, but I've got really poor blood circulation. So I can fixate and go, oh my God, this is my life. Or I can choose to say, fuck no, just like COVID. Yeah, it sucks and shit happens and shit's going to happen every day, my friends. And that's the world. Even if COVID wasn't here, you know that. Life is a fast and furious process. And so you need to take control right now, because the fact is next year's coming regardless of what you do. Do you want it to come and deliver you what you want it to deliver you? Or do you want to get the same old shit pudding? You know what I mean? Like, I don't want shit pudding anymore, man. I want freaking rice pudding. And if you hate rice pudding and you think rice pudding is shit pudding, then I want you to have whatever you want. You hate fucking shit pudding? You don't have to eat pudding, man. You get to eat fucking, I don't know, candy and yummies and good things that you love. But it's time for you to start deciding what it is that you want to do, right? You've got to make a decision. And so many people, I don't know what I want. Well, you know what then? What this 90-day planning, that's one of my beautiful friends said. Thank you for reminding me. She said, what if I don't know what I want? And I go, well, you know what your 90-day plan is going to be? It's going to be picking some mundane thing that's not important and working through your 90-day plan to work towards it. And she got so excited, because that's the problem. Everybody's waiting for the thing, the perfect thing. And there isn't one thing. There, you have to date a lot before you find the right person. And maybe, or you realize, no, there is no right person for me. I don't want any of that shit, right? So it's up to you. You've got to decide, but you have to start moving towards, even if you want to start figuring out what your goals are. Well, that's a piece of what has to happen. Okay. I'm just checking and see if so glad you guys are here. So that's what it's about, creating this 90-day plan. And so to me, the color code is the first piece. We're going to be doing a color code workshop at the beginning of June. We'll be setting up dates. So if you're like, holy shit, San, and it was life-changing for me. When I figured out that I was a yellow and I wasn't a red, and I started really realizing I still needed my red, because to run my business, to live my life, I'm a passionate person and I have big goals. Well, you need to set big goals, right? Good. Yeah. I love that idea of dating makes me queasy. Love it, Amanda. No doubt. Don't need any of that shit. But that's what I say. But you know what? I want you to get excited about dating your ideas and dating your dreams. That's what you need. That's your future partner, right? Is yourself, is your own goals. Make a date with yourself. Make a date with your goals, right? And that's the first step, is figuring out what makes you tick. How do you get control of your emotional intelligence? How do you get control of your emotions so nobody else gets to be in charge of them? Because I promise you, you all know, especially my divorcees and my separated friends out there, you know what happens when somebody else gets control of your emotions, your emotional state, your zen, right? That shit's gone out the window, my friends. And that's why you have freedom. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. Every single one of you, whether it's a freaking bad partner you've gotten rid of, whether it's one you've got to get rid of, a friend, a family member, a way of thinking, a job, a way of eating, a way of not moving your body, right? Not going after your goals. Fuck, man, you deserve better. You deserve better. I don't want you to go through life living it unfulfilled, man. It's time. Fulfillment is such one of my driving core factors, motivations, values in my life. And I want it for every single person around me. So color code, we'll be talking more about that. What is your motivation? And so what's a little bit of homework for you this week? So you go, well, Zan, holy shit, I don't want to wait all month. Where do I start? So I'm going to give you one little tool that you can start, and it's the Wheel of Life. And I believe it's in this group. I think so. I'll have to check it again, but you really don't need it. So what is it? It's time to start checking in with your satisfaction with your life right now. All right. So every week, I'll give you a little bit more homework to do. And we'll talk more. And if anybody's interested, I'll probably drop a free link where you can get a free partial assessment for the color code. It won't give you the detailed report, because when you do the workshop with me, you get like a 45 in-depth assessment, and then we work through it and help you debrief on it and that type of thing. But I can also give a free link where you just learn what your primary and secondary color is. So if anybody's interested, please drop free color code or free link in the notes for me. You guys know, if you're watching this live, hashtag live. If you're watching the replay, hashtag replay. Getting ready to give out some more goodies and door prizes and maybe some seats into this new program that we're creating. So we're just keeping it under wraps, but believe me, you want to reach your 90-day goal, then you need to be in this program that's starting in June. You want to do the color code? Don't worry. We've got a seat for you in a class for that. So you don't have to do it all. You want to do the 90-day plan, but you don't want to be in a 90-day program? Don't worry about it. We got something for you. All right. But your homework right now, what time? Oh, I always think I'm behind. Your homework this week is to do a Wheel of Life. And what does that mean? This is going to help you start to measure your satisfaction where you are currently. It's the first step in upping your emotional intelligence. It's the first step in figuring out your 90-day plan. So you're welcome. What I want you to do is draw a big old circle on a piece of paper, blank paper. Give yourself some room. I want you to draw it into a pie shape. So quarter it, sixth it, and then eighth it, I guess, or as many categories as you want. Many pieces of pie. If you're a pie lover, go for it. Eat as much pie as you want. No, what it is you are going to think about all the major buckets in your life. And what are those buckets? I'll give you some examples. Yours can be whatever you want. Finance, friends, family, health, wellness, fitness. Those could also be in one, but you get to separate them the way that you want to. Career, business, self-care, your environment, your living environment, your work environment. Might be your vehicle. Like, I don't know, like it's your relationship with your children, relationship with your parents. You can slice it and dice it as many ways as you want. You could also, if you're an entrepreneur going, okay, Zan, well, that's fine. I want to do this for my business. Okay. What are all the big buckets in your business? Marketing, staffing, HR, standard operating procedures, right? Financing, time management. These are the things that I'm thinking in my business that I need, that I'm doing my wheel of life on as well, not just personally, but professionally. You're a leader. How do you apply that wheel of life to you? What are the big buckets that my team needs to accomplish, and how are we doing that? Or maybe it's about relationships in the team, right? Maybe it's all of your departments. How satisfied are you with the work that each one of them are doing? That's the first part of self-awareness, self-assessment, and your 90-day plan. All right, is figuring out how satisfied am I within each category. So then what you want to do once you've filled out all of your categories of, well, what do I want to measure? And again, nobody wants to date, but maybe dating is on there for you, right? What you want to do is give it a score out of 1 to 10. 1 being it sucks ass, I hate it, this is going crappy. I'm not getting the productivity that I want at work and in my life, the joy, the zen, whatever you want. Then give it a 1. 10 is, holy shit, I could explode. I will explode if it's going any better, right? And it's a spectrum. Don't worry about it. You decide where you are at on that. Okay, so give it a score. You can color in, if you're 3/4 of it, if you're 7, you can just write the number in it, however your mind works and you want to do it. All right, so that's next. Then you want to start looking at, what do I notice here? And that's your homework, is just to do this assessment and start paying attention. What do I notice here? And then next week, we're going to start to talk about how to take those next steps. What do you do next with this wheel of life? Some of you know, feel free to go Google it. I think we have it in the group, but I would love to walk through this journey with you and start to move towards what is it that you want to create in your life. And because at the end of the day, what it really comes down to is you creating the plan, but then having the accountability and the structures in place for you. It's about overcoming those mindset blocks. It's about knowing what your core motivation is. Instead of going, geez, why aren't I doing this? Maybe you're particular, and I won't go into trying to diagnose anyone. That's up to you. Once you do your assessments in the program, you're going to dig deeper and get why things aren't working for you. That's what happened for me. And I've done the assessment with probably, I don't know, about 3,000 people. And it's mind-boggling, at all levels, all literacy levels, all different stages of life, the excitement and the joy. People get as excited as I do, because to me, it is life. Emotional intelligence is freedom. All of these tie together. If you want to know what is the theme that runs through everything that I talk about, it's heightened emotional intelligence. And really what at the heart of that is resilience. It's about being able to bounce back from shit. It's about having a shitty day like me, waking up mad at myself, frustrated with the world, and then going, Zan, it's okay. Being able to pull myself back, get myself back on track, and rewrite myself. That's what you guys see every day. You don't have to see the messy middle. You don't have to see me screaming at the computer. I'm bringing my drama to you. Did I have a rough morning? Hell yeah. But because of my work that I do with myself, my reminding myself constantly, I don't have to be a drama llama, right? So that's my dream for you. And that's what we're going to be working forward. That's what really this group is about. Oh, I'm so happy you guys are here. Love it. Checking in here, seeing who's around. But yeah, so that's what I have to say, folks. Stay tuned. So you have your homework for the week. Let me know. What do you notice about it? Leave some comments below. We are also going to be doing some cleaning in the group because we're just not sure. We hope all of you are participating. If you could like this post, if we could just see you even liking, commenting, anything on our post to let us know that you're out there, because it gets really demotivating. And for me, I want to show up and give every last iota in this group. But I have to tell you, it gets demotivating when there's not people that show up for me. And you don't have to be here live, because I know this is a wacky ass time. So I love all of you that are able to watch the replay. Thank you so much. And, but definitely, if you want to keep this shit going, if this is of any help at all to you, if this brings you any kind of information, support and assistance, let us know, please. I would love it if you would leave some feedback in the comments at all. If you'd leave a testimonial in the body of this, or go to my business page, Zandra Ross Coaching and Consulting. I don't usually ask for help, but this is one thing that I really would appreciate you so much, that if you've got anything to say about what I do, if it's helped you and supported you in any way, if you could share the love and, post some comments in this group, or go leave a review on my business page, and we'll drop those links for you for the business page. Amy, if you wouldn't mind, my love. Thank you. And thank you, all of you, for tuning in. I want to know, it's time. I hope you're frustrated like me. I hope you're frustrated with yourself right now. But I also hope you're excited like me, because I promise you, we're not going to leave you high and dry. We are going to help you achieve and reach your goals. That's what this group is about. And it's also to help you develop those leadership and business skills and entrepreneurial mindsets, because I truly believe that everyone is a leader. If you are putting a roof over your head, clothes on your back, and you are your own sugar mama, papa, or person, you are a leader, my friend. And that's what this group is for leaders. So join us, lean in, step up, and help us spread this movement everywhere like a bad STD, right? The Zan STD, very bad. Sorry, that's a t-shirt, right? You have the Zan STD. Anyways, you guys know about drinking the energy, right? Zan's energy. You will thirst forever. Sorry. You guys get me so excited. All right. I love you. And as always, today is the first day of the rest of your life. So go out and be kick-assy, my friends. I love you. Let me know. Thank you guys for all of you who show up live. You make my world go round. I love you so much. Thank you. Have a great day.